Welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot. My name's Carol, and this is a general reading for Libra for mid-March 2024. And so Libra, in today's reading, I'm going to be using the Yellow Cardinal Cross. And I want to get started, first of all, by looking at your energy and what issues sort of coming up for you right now as you're going into, the end of March. It could be something, a struggle that you're dealing with in a relationship, something at work. It could be a pattern that's showing up in your life. You've seen it before and it's back again. And you're just, maybe needing a bit of direction as to what to do with it. And then once I do that, I'm going to clarify and pick another card just to see, maybe there's something that needs to be clarified in particular. So that'll be card number 2. Card number 3 will be what you're consciously aware of. Like, what do you understand about what's going on right now? And then what the interesting part is going to be when I get to card number 4, because card number 4 is going to be what is sitting in your unconscious, what you're not aware of. And that is going to be what is having an impact on the issue that you're sitting with right now. And that is what I'm going to call, we're going to be doing a little bit of shadow work. And it's looking at your shadow, those things that you've kind of pushed down, pushed away, don't want anybody to see. And a lot of times you don't even know what's sitting in your shadow, those things you pushed down when you were younger. And so we're going to look at what's sitting in there that maybe needs to be healed. And then after that, number 5, we're going to look at what's needed for resolution in this situation in order for you to heal. And finally, in the end, number 6, we're going to look at, the understanding. It's going to be some guidance from the tarot as to what direction to take. So let's begin now with your energy. So I'm going to ask tarot for one card, please, for the issue that's going on with Libra right now. Please, one card, please. We have the Lover's card. The Lover's card. Interesting card to begin with, an energy to be sitting with right now. Now let's look at what's clarifying this or obscuring it. Ooh, the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. All right, number 3 spot. What are you aware of, Libra? What are you aware about? Oh, this one came flying out. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. That's what you're aware of. What's sitting in your shadow that is related to this, that is having an impact on where you're sitting right now? Temperance card. Temperance card. And top spot. What's needed for resolution? That one came flying out. All right, so Queen of Pentacles. The Queen. You have 2 queens. 2 queens in your reading, which is big because I'm just pulling out 6 cards for you. So to have 2 queens is interesting. The resolution. Guidance from the tarot, please. Your cards came out nicely. The Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Okay, let's have a look at this. And then in the end, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Okay, so in the for the energy that you're sitting in right now, let's talk about the Lover's card and then how it is being overshadowed by this 3 of Swords here. And so the Lover's card. This is number 6. This is number 6 in the Major Arcana. And these are universal forces. They're not qualities that we have. They're just universal forces that play upon us in our life. And this particular card is very interesting because if you look at, we have the masculine and the feminine aspect of ourself. Everyone has that. We have those 2 aspects. It has nothing to do with gender. So it's interesting that the masculine in this picture right here is he's looking towards the feminine almost for guidance. And the feminine is not even looking at the masculine here. She's looking upwards. She's looking up to source, universe, spirit, creator. And that is where she is going to get her intuition from. That's where she'll get her guidance from. And so he really, could represent our will. Sometimes the masculine side of us is very much driven by our own ego. Whereas the feminine side is very much, intuition, is very intuitive. And so this whole card is about, connecting to yourself. And a lot of us live up in our head and we're driven by our ego. It sort of drives our everyday situations in our life. And this card is really here to say that, there is another part of us where we can get our inner guidance from, and that is the feminine side of us right here. This is where once we, we connect to our body, once we connect to, we go inwards, and that's how we can really find out who we are. And so the Lover's card is just an intimate relationship and with ourselves. And a lot of times this is a misunderstood card by readers because they look at it as an intimate relationship between two people. But it's the intimate relationship we have with ourselves, of joining those two sides of us, bringing them into wholeness, right? Where we're not always driven by our masculine ego here, but we start to understand and learn that we have this other feminine side to us. Whether you're male or female makes no difference. Gender means nothing. And so it's time to connect to that feminine part of us. That is our inner guidance, our intuition, and get intimate with ourselves. Because when you connect to that inner part of you, that feminine side of you, there is a part that you're going to connect with a lot of your emotions. That feminine side of you has a lot of emotions. And I'm seeing here that there is a block here because there is a part of you that needs to get in touch with your emotions. And it's interesting because this is even though it's an emotion card, you would think that it would be a cup in a cup suit, but you have 3 swords here, and 3 swords are all about our mental energy, right? Our mental energy of believing that we are a certain way, or just certain beliefs about ourselves. And so these 3 swords right here, our mental beliefs about ourselves, are what's causing us this pain, right? And it really is blocking who we really are. It really is blocking who we really are, and that intimate relationship that we need to have with ourselves, and finding out that feminine side to us, that intuitive side to us. And so there is some pain here that needs to be felt, some emotions that you need to get to and to start to feel. And so what are you aware of? Well, here's the feminine side. The queen in my decks is the feminine side, and you have 2 queens here. So this reading is really heavily influenced by the feminine side I'm seeing here, which in this Queen of Cups, this is about emotions. And you're being asked to take on that feminine quality. In this case, she's the kings are my masculine side, and the queens are the feminine. And the Queen of Cups, you can see right at her feet, she has this water flowing here. And all of our emotions are meant to flow in, and they're meant to flow out of us. They're not supposed to get stuck. And so I'm wondering if you're sitting in a situation of pain here, where you're really stuck in a certain emotion and you can't seem to shake it. Some of us, we can get stuck in our anxiety, we can get stuck in our depression, we can get stuck in our anger, and it needs to be released, and even grief we can really get stuck in. And but the Queen is here to say we need to understand that emotions are here to flow in and to flow out. They're not something that we should be getting stuck on. They're meant to be released. And I think sometimes a lot of us resort to the fact that, well, I'm going to have depression for all my life, or I have this anxiety issue and I'm just learning to live with it. And that's not what it's supposed to be. Emotions are meant to flow in and to flow out. So what's going on with what's coming up for healing? What's coming up for healing? This card, Temperance, is really, you can see this angel right here has a foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. And this card is about the middle way. Sometimes when we're sitting in this place of where life is just really difficult and you feel like you can't see a way out because you're stuck in this emotion that, you know, you just can't clear. And this particular card is saying, okay, let's find a middle way here. Let's find a middle way here. Like, let's try to just, you know, dip your toe in a little bit. Dip your toe in a little bit of these emotions. And because there is a call here to go inwards. This whole feminine side is the call to go inwards and getting in touch with your body. The feminine is all about the body. The feminine loves the body. And there's a call here to go inwards and to start getting in touch with your body and just to do it a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to touch a little bit about, you know, just dip your toe into your shadow. Dip your toe into what needs to be healed. And a little bit at a time, right? This is very much a card. Temperance is, you know, just a little bit. We're just going to do the middle way. We're not going to do it all at once. And I think sometimes when we think that, you know, we're going to finally open up that Pandora's box and start to really heal and feel a lot of our emotions, we tend to get very overwhelmed and we're scared and we just shut that box right back up because we just get so scared. And I know that earlier on in my own healing journey, I was told that, you know, think of your emotions as a tap. And when you think that, you know, okay, maybe I'm feeling strong enough, I'm going to open it up and start to sit with some of my emotions and really feel that pain. And if it gets too much, close it up. But just keep opening it. Next time, maybe a little bit more and a little bit more. But it's just a little bit at a time, right? Temperance. And because this is what this angel is doing, is dipping their toe in it. But they're remaining grounded. They're remaining grounded with their other foot, which means they're not jumping in. You know, this angel isn't jumping into the water with both feet, just 1 foot. And that's what you're being asked to do. And what's needed for resolution? Well, you get the Queen of Pentacles, which is, you know, another feminine aspect. But this time it's the Pentacle. And the Pentacle is our body. The Pentacle has everything to do with our health. It has everything to do with our self-worth. It has everything to do with our workspace, our material world. And it has everything to do with grounding the body. I mean, she is so grounded. She almost looks like she's fitting right into this scenery around her. She's very, very abundant. And she guards her pentacle. She guards her body, very much in her body. The pentacle is all about, the Queen of Pentacles is all about getting back in your body, grounding, ground, because when we are in a place like this, where we have these 3 swords, which is a lot of pain, we really are stuck in our heads with our belief systems. And we need to get out of our head and back into our body, because we need to really start to get in touch with who we really are and get intimate with ourselves. And it's really blocked here for you because you're sitting here in a lot of pain that needs to be healed. And so what comes after this is the resolution here and the guidance, the Moon card, the guidance from the tarot. The Moon card is in reverse here, but in an upright position, the Moon is all about our intuition, which is another feminine aspect. And our intuition is something that everyone has. It's our inner guidance. It's our inner guidance. it's going to tell us, you know, which way to go. It whispers to us. It's not loud. It's not screaming. It's not like forceful like our ego. That's how we know we're in our head. But when we get into our body, we start to understand what our intuition is once we start feeling our emotions. And when we get into our body and start to feel, we soon get in touch with our intuition, which is our, like I said, it's our inner guidance. But it's in reverse here. And so what I'm seeing is, again, there's like a resistance, or it's actually blocked rather than use the word resistance. I'm going to say it's actually blocked here. And it's blocked because you have to start to work out these emotions in order to start to get into your body and start to listen to what your intuition may be telling you. You know, our intuition is always talking to us. We just don't hear it because it's blocked sometimes by our emotions that we need to clear out. And so, Libra, this was a good reading for you. And I'm going to pick a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle. One card for you. These are all mixed up. Okay. One card for Libra, please. This one's good. This is your card. Interesting. Interesting title. Okay. The edge of evolution feels messy. The edge of change is a veritable cornucopia of opportunity. When you think of life as a giant, ever-expanding puzzle, you will see that growth begins at the edges and that most of the excitement happens just beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive. And it happens just beyond the edges of your comfort zone. As things shift and germinate around you, you may notice how uncertain it feels beyond the known. It's time to bring yourself to your personal growth edge, to look into that abyss of creation. Poke your toe into the open space that lies beyond, and the right opportunity will, as if by magic, move into your awareness. This magical changing expanse is surging with the building blocks of all creation. This is where source energy is working on your behalf, bringing you the opportunities you have asked for. Everything and anything is possible during the time of rapid transformation. And as you stand at the precipice of your beautiful evolution, know that this energy is organic and malleable. Begin directing the landscapes of your reality that are coming into form. Wow. I can't say this really was amazing for the message that, you know, all I could think of was when it said kind of dip your toe in and go beyond the edges of your comfort zone. And all I could think about was the angel dipping her toe into this water and, you know, taking that middle way. It doesn't have to be all at once. This does not have to happen all at once, but it's just a matter of dipping your toe again, just a little bit, and then taking it out when it gets, you know, too overwhelming, but keep dipping and going in just a little bit more, keeping it in there just a little bit longer. So good luck, Libra. I'll see you in April. Take care. Bye-bye.